What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Riff. We must have made some waves last week because we broke 100 subscribers. Pretty heavy duty. I want to thank everybody who added to that list and the people who have helped share the videos and just spread the good word. Also, from previous videos and the ones last week, I got a lot of questions about playing faster. How can I play faster? How can I play faster? The answer is, I don't know. I don't consider myself somebody who plays fast. I don't consider myself somebody who knows a lot of notes everywhere on the fretboard, and it probably shows. I know what I do know. But I think one of the keys to maybe playing a lick a little faster is constantly keeping it in repetitive motion. Always trying to add a little bit, stretch it a little further. Like if you took something like a simple, so we're in your pentatonic box. I'm tuned down a little low, but we all know what it is. So at first, if you're first messing with that, you might do something like, and you're like, man, I want to put more in there. But as time goes on and you get comfortable with doing that, now it's almost your muscle memory is taken over and your brain is taken over, and you know that you can mess around and you can. So now you're adding the. There's so many possibilities in there, but so it's not. To me, I don't consider I can play fast. Playing fast, I think, will in my head and many other players, I think playing fast will take a backseat to phrasing, tone, and touch, and the way where you put that in. You can look at, it wasn't like BB was shredding it, but he could kill a crowd with a. You're talking 3 notes. Albert King was the same way. There wasn't this crazy super. It was just, putting all his emotion in that. That says something. You got 3 notes here. You're bending up a whole, actually a whole and a half. And that, to me, the technique and your tone are gonna outshine any kind of fast playing, because you can play a million notes and miss most of them, and it's gonna sound horrible, but you can play 4 notes and hit those perfectly and eloquently, and that to me is pleasing to the ear. If you're playing loud and you're in a loud band situation and you're playing fast, and you're messing up places and you're skipping over stuff and you're playing those fast licks, but you're not hitting those notes, that sticks out to somebody's ear if somebody has a good ear and they know what they're listening to. So my advice to get your certain phrases down faster or your licks down faster is to play them and play them over and over and over, and don't be afraid to add add notes. So if you have your pentatonic box, you can start off with, like, if you're just doing a, get this open. So that's just, it's just simple, but I'm not saying that's perfect or my technique is amazing. I'm just saying that work with that first. Set a goal for yourself to try to play through solos with a band or in your own context. Play as minimal notes as possible. And then you get comfortable there. And then once you get comfortable with it, now you can start adding and you can putting different dimensions on it, so you different things like that. When you leave your pentatonic scale, when you leave that scale, now if you want to go to Albert land, like Albert King, that's what we consider it. It's basically the second pentatonic box, but you got your, back home, where you began. So you're in your Albert, and you know where you need to be. All you're doing is just playing those two notes, and you're just bending. And then right next to that, after that, you got your number 2, your 3. It doesn't have to be 100 notes, 1,000,000 notes, or as many notes as you can fit in. Sometimes the complexity, the technique, the tone, and the execution of the note and the timing makes that much more special than, flying up and down the fretboard. I watch guys like Eric Gales who have all of that and then some. Guys like Eric Gales, Eric Johnson, Philip Sayce, Joe Bonamassa. Those guys are amazing. And they're amazing for a reason. They possess all those qualities, and that's just something that maybe you strive to be at some point. But you always, I think in my mind as a guitar player, as much as you want to take a little bit, it's like we're painting this big picture of what our sound is, and you want to have a little color of Stevie and a little color of Jimmy and a little color of Robin Trower and a little, the list can go on, and and your Eric Gales and your Eric Johnson and your Joe Bonamassa, your Philip Sayce, your, guys Lance Lopez. There's so many guys out there. Like Lance is a great player too, and you want to put a little color in there, and you still want to put your own color on it. You know what I mean? You want to put your own stamp on it. So I can't speak for people, but sometimes it's not all about playing fast. It's about how you could just put, that one note in there, and it kills it. It just burns the crowd. So just maybe focus on playing as few notes as possible when you're practicing, and getting as much soul as you can out of the 3 notes you're playing with, you know? So that's just a quick video on maybe some ways you can improve your playing, and you can really get as much soul and all the emotion out of your playing with as few notes as possible, still keeping time with the song, still keeping the emotion involved in the song, and still letting yourself shine through. You know, that's just some tips, you know, that I work on still as a guitar player. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate you stopping in and checking out the video, and we hope to see you again real soon. Peace.